Hey dudes, welcome to Splat from the Past, the only 80s themed horror and sci-fi show where things can get totally radical. Now today is a very special episode because today I'm interviewing a gorgeous and talented Canadian actress from a I wouldn't call it a cult movie because I'm like the only person in the world who's ever seen it. It's called Breaking All the Rules. It's a 1985 Canadian teen sex comedy. And her name is Rachel Hayward. She is one of the teenage girls in the movie, and I'm having her on the show today. I'm just pretty fucking excited because I've loved this movie since I saw it for the first time when I was 14. It wasn't until I was 18 and a half I really started loving it and really got into it. It's just a great movie in my opinion. And very underrated. If you haven't seen Breaking All the Rules, check it out. You can get a copy of it on eBay. It's on YouTube. It's a great Canadian teen sex comedy movie with a lot of sweetness. And Rachel was also in Hellraiser, Hellseeker, one of the Hellraiser sequels that went direct to video back in the early 2000s. And I'm going to ask her about that today as well. So yeah, here is my interview with Rachel Hayward.
Tommy.
This Rachel?
Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
Sorry, I gave you the runaround. I just got this audition last minute for Audi. It's a U.S. national commercial, so I just decided to go for it.
Oh, Audi the car, not Audi the belly button.
No, Audi the car. It was good. I kind of nailed it there.
Oh, that's awesome. I hope you get it.
Yeah, me too.
Wow, it's such an honor. I appreciate you taking the time just before Christmas. This really means a lot to me.
Well, thanks for giving me the opportunity. I know it's kind of a crazy time. I make sweaters, and I've already done my 6 deliveries today, and it's just, it is my. If you were to say what's your busiest time of the year, I would say the week before Christmas. That's my busiest time.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of people's busy time too, as well.
Yeah. Maybe not like bike shops, though, right? Or bikini shops. Maybe, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh,
some people got to be not busy at Christmas. I guess the people that sell, like, sand toys and flip-flops, you know?
Yeah, you know who I think really has it tough, though, is the post office and the notary stores.
Except for that, I think by now people aren't posting anything because by now you're not going to get it to anybody by Christmas.
Oh, that's true. I mean, we have a notary store down the street from where I live, and there was a note on the door saying, "Patrons, please pick up your packages. We have no more space."
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, so what can I do for you, Tommy?
Well, let's see. First off, I ask this question a lot now because of the Me Too movement. Are you easily offended?
No fucking way.
Fucking awesome. I love you.
I'm not really into the Me Too movement. I've never had any problems with sexual harassment my whole life, and I don't have an issue with it.
Good. Because I supported it in the beginning, and then once I saw what it really was, I was just like, fuck this shit, you know?
Yeah, it is bullshit. You know what it is? It's just bullshit. And if you've got problems with sexual harassment, you got to check what you're doing about it. Like, you got to check your energy and maybe check your wardrobe and check how you're dressing and shit like that. Like, I don't have problems with that.
Exactly. Well put.
But I'm not very well received on that. I wouldn't say that I share the opinion of a lot of women, right?
It's okay. You shared the opinion with me, and that's why you're fucking awesome. So, going back to the beginning, did you know early on you wanted to be an actress?
Well, that's an interesting question because I don't think so. I think I was just doing it for the money and because, I don't want to sound like an asshole, but I was kind of pretty and I guess I didn't think of myself as pretty because my brothers made sure to tell me every day how ugly I was. So I didn't really perceive myself as being a pretty person, but the industry did, and I was lucky enough to. I was raised by artists. I was surrounded by artists and photographers, so I did some child modeling for the Bay and for Eaton's, and so I made a couple of dollars, and that sort of segued into, becoming a model at 16 and getting an agent and making a few more dollars,
Mm-hmm.
And then that segued into commercials, and then I started speaking in commercials, and then that segued into film. So for me, it was a very organic experience. It just happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
I had no intention of becoming an actor. I was just looking for some dough and a good job.
You didn't do any theater in school?
Yes, I actually did theater in school, but it's only because it was an easy credit.
Mm-hmm.
And because I was outspoken and a little, extroverted, I was sort of a loud kid and energetic. So theater went well with gym and art, my three favorite subjects. So I did a little bit of theater and stuff, but I never really I never said I'm going to be an actor. I just sort of think it sort of just happened to me.
Mm-hmm. Acting found you.
Honestly, I'll give you an idea. Like, I find acting sometimes to be very difficult because when I'm doing comedy, which is my favorite,
mm-hmm.
I'm very free. It's a feeling of complete, total freedom. And when I'm doing acting, let's say I'm playing a lawyer,
mm-hmm.
got a lot of lines, and we got to get the day, and there's a lot of people in the courtroom. I find that to be excruciatingly difficult because you're in your head. You're constantly in your head. Like, am I good enough? Am I any good? Is this good? Am I loose? Like, I find it very constricting, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. So, your first movie, of course, was one of my all-time favorite sex comedy movies, Breaking All the Rules.
That's correct.
You were, what, 17 at the time?
Yes, I was. I was 17.
Wow, you look 25 because you looked so mature and so gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. My kids are still the same size, if you can believe it.
What, really? Wow.
I never grew any more than just a flat kind of chested girl, and I'm a lot leaner than I was when I was younger. Because I don't know, somehow that's when you're young, you're all puffy and like that. But I was 17. Yeah, it was my first, or it was probably my third audition that I'd ever done.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea what I was doing, like none whatsoever.
Yeah, I was 14 the first time I saw the movie. It didn't connect with me in the beginning. When I was 19, I moved across the street from this apartment that had a video store across the street. And I was a little bit older. Next thing I know, I was obsessed with this movie for the next couple of years. I rented all the time. I moved to another place that had a video store down the street. I rented it there. When both video stores went out of business, I had 2 VHS copies of it, and I was homeless for a while, and I had to get rid of all my VHS stock, most of it, and that went with it. But I'm gonna buy a copy on eBay eventually.
Right on. I think I got a beta copy.
Beta.
I got it on beta.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a beta copy of that movie. I got a 14-year-old kid who wants to watch it. I'm like, okay. The thing, there's Bumpy Doodles right there, Oliver. Those guys are cool, like Thor Bishoprick, that dude in there. He ended up running my union, my actors union for ACTRA. He worked for ACTRA.
Yeah.
I think Carl Marat kept working, the main guy. I think he kept working. I think Carolyn Dunn kept working for a little while, but not anymore. And I'm still in touch with Michael Rutter to this day. He was like the main goon.
Yeah.
My Facebook friend, you could always get in touch with him and tell him you spoke to me, and he'll talk to you.
I did reach out to him like months ago, and I don't think he read the message.
Yeah, but just tell him again. I just spoke with Rachel Hayward for half an hour, and she says to try you again, and that you'll do it. You'll do it.
Okay.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. I'll try again. I'll mention that I talked to you.
And I'll send him a message.
Okay. Carl, I reached out to him about a year ago. That guy is so busy, he doesn't even have 15 minutes to spare. And so...
No, I don't think he does, because I think he does a lot of Francophone stuff.
Yeah.
He does tons of stuff where he does it in English and in French, so he's just like... Honestly, I always thought he was just like a busy dude, a really busy guy,
Yeah. And he's so...
I had a menage a trois with that guy.
What?
I had a menage a trois with him and Carolyn when we were shooting that movie.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, but I wonder about that information in that I'm hoping he wasn't married at the time and no one's going to find out, but you can know.
Wow, that is fucking awesome. I love it.
I know, it was weird. I think it was my first and last time, to be honest. I wasn't really up for it. I'm not into chicks, but you know what I mean? Like, I guess we just we're all three hanging around, and the next thing we know is all the sheets were down, and there you go.
Wow, did you eat her pussy?
I didn't do anything to her. I think what it was I was too young and pretty fucking uptight,
Yeah.
So I think what it was I just I think he slept with both of us, and we, might have kissed or something, but I don't know. To this day, it's just, for me, I'm just not that girl. I'm a dude girl, I'm pretty straight into that,
Yeah.
I mean, if there was no men on the planet, I'd have a girlfriend, for sure. But the chicks I would be into would be, like, not the pretty ones. I'm sort of more into the ones that look like men, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, about a year ago, I had a menage a trois with a guest I've had on the podcast with me and her husband, and it was fucking awesome.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I was not sexually available as a kid. I just was an uptight person who was raised by a mom who was born into a Scottish convent. And, in terms of sex, I really didn't find myself until I was in my 40s. Like, to be honest with you, I was just like I was your, pretty, military position kind of like not free, like uptight, until later on in my life, and then now I'm like a general hoe. But before I was like, I just wasn't. I don't know. I think my mom kind of raised me to think that my parts were kind of dirty, if you know what I mean. Like
yeah.
She thought about her own body. Like, she didn't teach me to be relaxed, and so I've done the opposite with my daughter. I'm telling you, absolutely no dialogue about. My daughter's not going to have any of the same issues I had, because I made sure to teach her that she was beautiful in every part of her body, kind of thing, and that not to be ashamed of anything, whereas I didn't get the benefit of that,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It really affects you. It really affects you, when you're young and your mom can't even consider her own sexuality because she finds it so disgusting,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So, okay, so you auditioned for the movie. Did you audition for James Orr?
No, I did not. I auditioned for a man named David Cronenberg, and he was fired shortly thereafter, and James came in as a substitute.
Really? Cronenberg was supposed to direct it?
Uh-huh.
Oh, my fucking God. That would have been so interesting.
And then he got fired, and they brought James in. And incidentally, James hired me for another movie. I played Patrick Swayze's wife.
Mm-hmm.
Movie called Christmas in Wonderland.
Mm-hmm.
And it was James directing again, and I brought him the crew photo that I still have of breaking all the rules. I still have the crew photo.
Yeah.
You get to that, I could get you that. And then he came in, and it was just so wild that I was going to be directed by James Orr when I was 35,
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So James Orr totally hit on me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard he's kind of a creep.
What did you say?
I heard he's kind of a creep.
Yeah, I mean, he is kind of a creep, but I think he's just a general dude who was horny, and I was just a 17-year-old girl who's probably fairly flirtatious. I'm not saying I deserved any of his hitting on me, but I certainly might have had a little bit of a crush on him, and we had fun. I really liked him, even though he's totally creepy.
Yeah.
And nothing really happened. I think we didn't get anywhere with that, but yeah. I kind of liked him, even though he was like, I think he beat the shit out of Farrah Fawcett, or who was his girlfriend? Yeah.
Yeah, Farrah Fawcett.
he's got some trouble with her and shit like that. But whatever. James didn't bother me. It's fun.
Yeah, he later went on to write movies for Disney, like 3 Men and a Baby, and so forth. Yeah. Was he a good director, though?
I think he's great, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I had a good time with him in both instances.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And according to IMDb, the movie was shot in the summer of '84. Was this fun park fully operational?
No, we shot nocturnally at the Gilles Villeneuve track. That park there. I think it's the amusement park, right, and the Gilles Villeneuve racetrack, like that area of Montreal. And we shot nights, man. It was a nightmare. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is it still there?
That I don't know. I haven't been back to Montreal for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it seems so much more fun than the carnivals that we have here in the U.S. It looks a lot more looser and much more fun.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really big park. We shot nights. That was tough because I know we had weekends off.
Mm-hmm.
You just fucked our systems, right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I had a boyfriend at the time who'd come up and see me on the weekends. I had the weekend off. And that girl who plays the girl villain,
yeah,
she was an actual gypsy, okay? She wasn't just a gypsy. She was fucking a homeless gypsy.
Wow.
Just didn't know where to send her checks, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I was wondering why she didn't have another credit on IMDb.
Yeah, Barushka, I think her name was. I kind of forget.
Papusha.
Papusha, yeah. Anyway, she was a toughie, man. Oh, my God. We got on, you know, but she was a toughie.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
She looks like it. Yeah, what I like about the movie, it's got this, aside from all the sex comedy, it's got this real sweetness about it.
Yeah, you know, Carolyn Dunn was so good in that film. Oh, my God, was she good.
Mm-hmm.
She was the greatest chick. I really liked her. And, you know, that's why I guess I sort of shared a bed with her and Carl. I think she kind of just did us both kind of a menage a trois kind of thing.
Oh, that's so hot. I love that.
Yeah, and I kind of remember her the same as me. Like, I don't remember a lot of business between the two of us. It was more like we just sort of molested Murad, you know?
Yeah.
What a fucking memory he's got, eh? Can you imagine? He'll never fucking forget that.
Yeah. He's so great in the movie, though, because he has this, like, everyman quality that he brings to it, you know?
Yeah, he was fantastic. Like, he was totally awesome. So I think I might have a couple of pieces of press on the movie, you know? I think I have an article. Plus, I can't imagine that I fucking threw it out, but there's a very, very good chance I might have, just because I had to purge. And I'm going to look around. Over Christmas, I have to go through a bunch of my stuff because I'm going to throw a bunch of shit out.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try and see if I can get a hold of the cast picture for you. You can have that.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah.
And then maybe that article on James. I think they made it for, you remember the budget, 1.8?
I think it said $2 million.
Yeah, about that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it was just, I just remember, oh, fuck, how about this, too? I did another show in Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of it? Oh, I'd have to look at my resume. Anyways, I forget. Anyways, the guy who did the hair on the movie.
Yeah.
Or no, the props guy from Breaking All the Rules actually was the props guy on a movie I shot in Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
Called, it was called, hang on a minute, let me see if I can pull it up. It was a TV show. It was a bunch of dykes who produced a TV show, and I had a lot of nudity in that one. What was it? Anyways, I'd have to email you, or I could text you the name of that one. Anyway, he was the same props guy. I said, oh my God, it's you. And I brought in the cast photo, and he's in it. And I went, dude, it's only been 25 years. Anyways, that's how it is in film. You run into the people you worked with 20 years ago, so you got to make sure you're cool with people, you know?
Yeah. You know that girl that's in the movie? She's like a naked chorus girl, and it's what's her name playing? Suzanne De Laurentiis.
Okay. In what movie?
In Breaking All the Rules.
Oh, okay. I remember the chorus girls, but I don't remember necessarily who you're talking about.
Yeah, I reached out to her for an interview. We've been going back and forth for a month. She's very busy now because she's a filmmaker and a producer, and she's like got her own film festival or something. And oh my God, I look at her in 1985, you know, and she's a beautiful woman. She's got Jewish baby fat on her and what have you. And then I look at her now with Botox, and I'm just like, oh my God, she looks like a porcelain doll version of herself in 1985.
See, okay, so that's one of the things about me, right? Now, I don't want to judge anybody, but you don't look better. You just look fucking weird.
Yeah.
So I don't do any of that shit. And let me tell you something. I think I look fantastic with every fucking wrinkle that I've earned. And I'm feeling better than ever, and I'm 53 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta tell you, you'll never see that shit on me. I went to dinner with a girl the other night, and she could not even fucking have a conversation with me because her lips were so fucking numb.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, it looked like she was blubbering her drink out of her mouth because she couldn't kind of sip properly because it was so frozen. I was like, what the fuck are you doing, man? What's the point of freezing all those lines around your mouth when you're just going to stretch them around a big boner anyway? I mean, you just got to deal with the lines. I mean, I got a man, right? And I got a stick all the time. And I'm sometimes when I have closed balls in my mouth, I think, what the fuck is what would I do like the fillers for? I mean?
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's true. Like, I know it sounds funny, but it's fucking true.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
I'm too much dick for any kind of like fillers or like to try and decrease the amount of fucking lines in my upper mouth area. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I don't believe that you need it. I think you look really good just the way you are. I don't like all the shit that's happening, man. I don't like it at all. It fucking creeps me out when women are doing too much.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for them. It's kind of like tattoos. There is no end. You just keep going and going and going until you look like too weird. You know, all the girls that I like Courtney Cox, she's doing it, and she looks terrible. But
Yeah.
How fucking dare you? You look really weird.
Yeah.
It just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good.
Yeah. Not at all. I don't like it. It really sucks.
Oh, me neither.
Yeah. Do you have any favorite lines in the movie?
No, but I was so inexperienced, Tommy. I didn't know what I was doing, man. I did like the scene where Carolyn and I are in the bathroom and we're putting our makeup on, and I like that bathroom scene with her and I when we're getting ready to go out and meet the guys. And then I also like when my dad's banging down the door and I'm in my undies, and I'm like, what?
Oh,
That's
that's my favorite scene too. And I told myself as a kid, if I ever meet this woman, I'm gonna say thank you.
Well, I thought it was a really good scene. And, you know, the guy who plays my dad, what are you doing in there, you know?
Yeah.
I don't remember the movie because I haven't seen it in a dog. I can't remember when the last time I saw that movie.
Yeah.
I got it on beta, man. What am I going to do with a beta tape?
I guess you have to get a VHS tape off of eBay.
You know what? I got a video guy who can do anything with anything. I'll just make sure I get a tape off. I mean, you know, I can always talk to you again after I review the movie, but oh my goodness me, it was a long time ago.
Yeah. I interviewed the guy who plays the police inspector, Vlasta Verana.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got 200 movie credits. He cannot remember a single thing about this movie.
I remember the menage a trois. I remember James Orr hitting on me.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like I don't have any problems with that.
You and Thor had really great chemistry, I thought.
Yeah, I love Thor Bishop Rick. He's a Bishop Rick. He's a nice guy, We had a really good time filming the four of us. We really did. We became the bandits, We, like I said, Carolyn Dunn at that time. I would love to see what she looks like now. I mean, I'll tell you, Tommy, I'm way smaller than I was then. I'm like way more leaned out, Whereas sometimes you see an actress after she turns 45 and they're bigger or whatever. I would not know what Carolyn Dunn looks like these days at all.
Yeah, I actually found her on LinkedIn. There was no picture of her, but she's on there. And I sent her a message, and I never heard back, and I hope I do.
Okay, so what it is for me is when you say it's your favorite movie in the world, we're like, okay, what is this guy talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just if you want to say anything to get anybody's attention, just say, look, I've spoken to Rachel Hayward. I'm legit. Call me back for fuck's sake. Something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, present yourself a little bit more realistically. And, okay, sorry, I had to do this. I just pulled her up.
Uh-huh.
Holy shit. I'm looking at Carolyn Dunn's face right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, she's 58, eh? Okay.
58.
Anyways, I'm looking at her. She's so cute.
Oh.
She's still just so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a real cutie, man.
Those undies with "I love you" written on them. Oh.
Oh, I know. Listen.
Mm-hmm.
You get a hold of her. Seriously, you've got to say, I've spoken to Rachel Hayward, and I'm legit. Call me the fuck back. And I'm going to send a message to Michael's brother and just say, look, this guy Tommy, he's pretty cool. You got to talk to him. He's really into having a little word with you. It's no big deal.
Oh, yeah. I want to ask him about working with Eddie Murphy and Pluto Nash.
I know. I got close to Eddie Murphy. I got Wesley Snipes.
You worked with him?
Yeah.
What movie?
Okay, so here's the funny thing. Just let me pull up my IMDb because I don't remember what they're calling it now.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on a minute. There, hang on a minute. You know how they changed the fucking, you know what I mean? Like they changed the titles all the time?
Yep.
So let's see, Driven Underground. No. So hang on a minute, I'll tell you what it was. The Art of War 2, called Betrayal.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know Betrayal.
So that's what he was awesome. And, he looked at my body, because I'm, like, fucking ripped, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's pretty fit. So we just sort of had a fit down, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You two got along great then.
Yeah, he was to himself, like, he had all these fucking people around him trying to be his personal assistants, how those important people are.
Mm-hmm.
And so you couldn't really, like, get down with Wesley Snipes. But I went to the rap party, and, if I had given him a few more signals, I probably could have, got into his pants, if I was interested in all. Because, I mean, he was pretty hot.
Yeah. Do you know if Breaking All the Rules did well in Canada?
No, but I don't know. I don't know how it did at all. I don't know. Let's see. I mean, doesn't it have an IMDb rating as to what it was doing at the time?
It's a medium low rating, but there's no box office on there.
Right. Oh my God! Look at the pictures they have of us at the bottom. Oh fuck! Remember when Carolyn Dunn's doing aerobics in her room? That was hot.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that was a good one.
One thing I know,
she just did such a good job. Really, she just did such a good job.
She was great. She should have been a huge star.
And what are the bummer things, eh? is that I kept that dress my whole fucking life.
Really?
Then I threw it out.
Oh.
Let me tell you something. I would fit it now. It would probably get a little loose on me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, it was cool. Now that you've brought this movie back into my memory, it was a cool movie, man.
Mm-hmm. I just love it. It's just entertaining all the way through, and it's not Porky's at all. It's a different movie.
But anytime you have a question for me, I'll answer your call. Okay? If you have any more questions or whatever. But I think I gotta fucking go. We can talk next week, though. I'm off work and I have nothing to do.
Okay, we can do another one.
Yeah, we can do another one, and I can also see if I can't scratch up some stuff for you from that movie. But I got my ex calling me right now. I know he's going to Whistler, and we got to talk kids because I take her. I get the kid now.
Yeah.
So let's. If you want to call me next week, just shoot me a message, and we'll make a time, and we can chat a little bit more because I think you sound like a pretty cool individual.
Oh, thank you, Rachel. That's so sweet. Okay, I'll hit you up next week.
Yeah, and for sure, and just let me know a time, and we can chat on the phone, and I'll see if I can't dig up some stuff.
Perfect.
I'm gonna shoot Michael Ryder a message right now too. Okay.
Okay. Perfect.
All right.
All right. Merry Christmas.
Listen, have a good Christmas, and we'll chat next week.
Okay. Perfect.
All right, Tommy. Thank you.
My pleasure. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, there you have it. Rachel Hayward. Ain't she a sweetheart? Thank you so much, Rachel. I'm glad we got to talk. And I look forward to talking to you again. And that threesome story was fucking awesome. Oh my God, I just love you Canadians. You Canadians are so inappropriate, creepy, and dirty. I fucking love you guys. If you like this video, everyone, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Add me as a friend on Facebook. Join my Tommy Kovac comedian page on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram and all that fun stuff. Well, that's all time we have this week on Splat from the Past. Until next time, this is Tommy Throwback Kovac saying, there's no shame in living in the past, because the present sucks. Later, dudes!